Good evening, good evening. I got a few things I want to talk about real quick. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I know it's late. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. We're gonna chop it up real quick. If you got anything that need to be alerted about or talked about, you can call the number at the top of the screen, which is 706-612-4556 while I'm online. I'm only gonna be here for about 30 minutes. But I want to talk about a few things that's going around in the community, right? So I'm quite sure if it's a lot of people that follow me or in the community, period. You ain't got to necessarily follow me, but a lot of people in the community, we probably got a lot of people in the community that's convicted felons, right? That's convicted felons, or got somebody inside of the prison system or the jail system or what have you, right? And I got a lot of good people that's on my page that have been through the system, and know the system, right? But I've been noticing, well, first, let me say, if you're going through that situation right there, if you got a loved one inside of jail, inside of prison and anything, let me just say, my prayers go to you, and every individual that's doing time, man, because the way the world is shaping now, that ain't a good thing for nobody. But and prayers to the family that have lost people while in the system, man. I want to give them praises too, man, and give them my condolences. Because losing a loved one, especially a confined loved one, is not easy for nobody, man. So I truly understand that. Trust me, I understand it. So I guess I pretty much probably need to call this chopping it up with Charles Hardy. I need to call it my convicted felon edition. Because that's what I'm gonna be talking about real quick. So a lot of people inside on my page or follow me or have either been convicted of a crime or have a loved one inside the system. We know, you know all about the green dyes, the cigarettes, the phones. We know about all that stuff, right? Let's keep it real. I done sunk money in prison. I'm quite sure a lot of other people have. Just to try to make that prisoner or that friend or that loved one a little comfortable while they doing their time, right? And what I'm speaking on, and what I'm pretty much trying to say is that recently here, another individual died in the Clark County jail, right? Apparently overdosed, and two more overdosed, and what have you, right? And I'm sorry that happens, but a lot of people haven't been through this, but it's so easy. It's so easy to get contraband inside of the system. It's ridiculous. And not just saying the jail or prison in general. Prison, federal prison. If we being real and we gonna chop it up the right way, some of these same people that's on my page or that follow me or my friends, you have talked to an individual inside of a prison or a jail that had a cell phone. And you know that cell phone ain't legal. Do we tell them to get rid of the phone? No, because we want to try to do everything we can to make it comfortable for them inside the system now. But it's so easy to get. It's so easy to get. The stuff is some of y'all follow the prison page and y'all see some of the stuff on the prison page. They got guns and everything in prison. Everything. So you see, the contraband going inside of a system is easy to get. You got loved ones that can bring it to you. You got correction officers or polices or sheriffs or whoever can bring it to you. You got means of drones. You got outside details can bring it in. I mean, you can get it from every other direction. And I'm going to just tell you, a lot of those people's inside of the system or jail or whatever, they pay their bills from there. A lot of them actually the money is so good that they're able to pay their bills from from being incarcerated, right? But moving on to this, so a guy just recently died, right? Out at the Athens County Jail. And like I said, I send my prayers to his family because I don't wish death on nobody. Even the people I don't even deal with, I'm going to wish death on them. But sometimes I want y'all to understand that we can be our own worst enemies, right? Now, if I'm laying in a jail cell, right, with my bunkmate, he just came in or what have you, and some type of way, he might have snuck some drugs in, right? He snuck some drugs in. He my bunkmate. Hey, Charles, man, I got a couple hits of this fentanyl, man. You want some? And I don't do no drugs. So I'll be like, nah, I'm good, bro. Do your thing or whatever. And he do his thing. He get at the table and do his thing or whatever. I'm just using it for example. I ain't saying this the case. I'm just using it for example. He do his thing, and while he doing his thing, he OD. He OD and actually die. I ain't saying this the case in Clark County now, don't get me wrong, but he doing his thing and he die. I ain't gonna say nothing. I mean, some people got to know the code. I still live by the old codes of the street, so I'm not gonna say nothing. If he got, but that's what I'm telling you. We can be our own worst enemy. If you knew this guy, or you knew these guys that got this stuff, fentanyl is not I'm just gonna tell y'all, some of this drug that the young generation is taking now, I don't even think they understand it because there's too many people dying. It ain't like the crack and the marijuana and the alcohol. It ain't none of that. It ain't none of that stuff. It ain't that, man. It ain't that. But for however reason, if they did an overdose in jail, for however reason he got it in, whether somebody brought it to him, he snuck it in. I know back in the days when people got arrested, they always hid their drugs or whatever. And once we got to the back, I mean, it went down. I mean, everybody. I mean, let's not be green about it because we know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be green about it. But who do we hold accountable for those things, right? I see all these posters and stuff about another death in Clark County Jail, another death in Clark County Jail. But whose fault is it? If I'm driving without no insurance and no license, whose fault is that? That's my fault, right? And if this person had fentanyl or whatever it is, I don't even know what the drug was because I ain't even did no research on it. But if this person got this, he had it before. Evidently, he had it before he came into the jail. So he know the consequences of using drugs, period, whether you're in jail or out of jail. But you just not educated to know. And then you got to think, sometimes when people get in jail or go through those situations, it's a hard time. It's mentally hard to deal with. Imagine coming from a nice home. You got 2-3 kids. You got a good job. You got a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever, and you commit one crime. But some people's in jail ain't committed no crime. But you snatched away from all that and placed inside of a system, right? Imagine what that'll do to you mentally. You thinking about your kids. Is your son got the snacks to go to school with? Is your wife got enough gas to make it to work? You're thinking about all that stuff and it can mentally wear on you. So the best thing that you turn around and do, you try to find something to release you, right? And what can release you? I mean, drugs is what people would turn to release them. Whether it's smoking a blunt, smoking a joint, or whatever they call it, or doing some type of hard substance, right? But for however reason it got in there, think about who is the problem. Who is the situation, boss? I mean, nobody forced no inmate. I ain't gonna even call them inmate. Nobody forced, nobody incarcerated to use any drug. Nobody forced them to bring it in. Nobody forced the police to give it to them or whatever the situation is. So if you think about that, who is the victim or who is at fault? If you think about it, the person that sat there and did the drug is the one at fault. Because you beat the system, you got it in, and I see it all the time. I got partners doing time. I got partners still in the system doing time. So you beat the system, you got it in, and you sat there and did it at your desk or in the bathroom, however, wherever you did it at. But who is at fault for that? Everything that you did, you broke the law to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's sad that some of us know that this is going on, right? Some of these same people that follow me, they know they get money from guys in prison, girlfriends, wives, partners. They send, hey, bro, I just made a lick. I'm finna send you $5,000. What's your Venmo or so we know this stuff is going on. Now we can be, hey, bro, you might need to leave that stuff alone while you're in there and come on home. You know, that would be the correct thing to do, I would think. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that, because if you telling me that you finna send me $5,000 to pay my car note or mortgage or whatever you finna do, then I'm gonna be like, come on with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the way the world is now. I mean, you got guys in prison making more money than people on the street. So if they giving their girlfriends or giving their partners or taking care of their kids from in there, first of all, I salute them. I'm not going to never talk down. I'm going to salute them for that. But you got to understand, everything that you're doing, it's your fault. It's you creating the consequence. Now, some of us can go through the system and make thousands of dollars and never get caught. I mean, cause you got crooked police, you got crooked ward, you got crooked everybody. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you sit down and think about it, like just being real, who is at fault? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gave this police $5,000 to bring me an ounce of fentanyl. And they wrong too for bringing it back to me. But they made their money. I got my drug, but I got it now. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, when the police locked me up, he didn't properly search me. So I was able to sneak it in. I swallowed it, put it on my tongue. And I'm going to tell y'all something that don't know this. Some of y'all that stays in this comfort zone. It's so many ways. It's so many ways to get contraband inside of a jail or a prison. It's ridiculous. You can buy the most high-tech machines. You can have the best officers you can find and look for it. And look, and it's still so easy to get past them. And I know this for a fact. It's so easy to get past them. So you spend all the money on these fancy machines and all this stuff, man, but it really don't really do nothing. It might find something here or there, but that don't really, because I have never ever in all of my years and all the places I done seen and been, that anybody can stop contraband. You cannot stop contraband. I don't care what. You always gonna have that one individual officer, that one individual confined person or whatever that gonna make sure they get it in. So I mean, y'all know about the drone. They fly drones over prison, over jail, and they get this. I mean, so it's so many ways to beat the system. So don't think that the person that, hold on, don't think that the person that, don't think that the person that's over that department or whatever contribute to somebody's death. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that. Cause that ain't the case. I mean, a lot of y'all can sit back and say, you know what? I know my loved one in there. I know I just sent it home, but $50. When you send those green dots and those money orders to those PayPals and Venmos and Cash Out, that's illegal. Y'all do know that, right? So we help control. I do it too. I ain't gonna lie. I done sent partners green dots and all that. I mean, they my partner. I want them to feel comfortable. I mean, it is what it is. But we got to think about who is at fault for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at all these articles with the Clark County Jail, right? I'm looking at all these articles about, oh, they got another death at the Clark County. It would be different if I was seeing those articles and those officers were killing those inmates. I ain't gonna say convict, If the sheriff was actually having them killed or murdered in there, it'll be different. I'd be like, wow, man, it getting rough out there. But every time I see somebody overdose or die out there, it's because of drugs. So how did he get the drugs? I mean, how did he get the, didn't nobody force him to take the drug? And I hate that the people that doing these drugs is not educated to know what type of drug they are using. Fentanyl ain't even meant for a human being. Do y'all know that? Do some people even know that? It's not even meant for a human being. So, and drug dealers don't want to sell it. So, I hate that these people are losing their life, but they losing their life because of their mistakes. I mean, I can see if they died of hunger or the police hit them in the head and they die. Yeah, that's something different. I'll be ready to have a ride about that. But how can I get ready to have a ride about somebody that knew if he took this drug and he took too much of it, or they took too much, or however it went, that they called that situation on themselves? You know what I'm saying? Or I helped contribute to it because I gave him the money to buy it from the individual that laid in the cell with it. You know what I'm saying? So I contribute to it. So it ain't the individual fault that's running the place. It's the individual fault that actually, I mean, we help contribute. I said we help contribute to it. We help contribute to it. So we can keep saying that Athens Clarke County Jail is wrong. Now, if they wanted to get technical, imagine being there. And this is just for the people that got loved ones locked up, right? Imagine this right here. Imagine if just at the Clarke, I'm going to use the Clarke County Jail, for example. Imagine if the Clarke County Jail decides to say, okay, you know what? Either I got a crooked officer or the police is not properly checking them when they come in or whatever the situation, or they coming in from detail with it or whatever, however they got it. And what if the sheriff just decide to say, I'm different to have a massive shakedown, and the only thing that's going to be allowed in individual cell is going to be a Bible and a washcloth? Imagine how uncomfortable that's going to be for people that's doing time. Imagine how uncomfortable they're going to. They lose all their store items. No more outside details. Y'all know some people got, I ain't going to say in the jail now. I don't know about that. But some people got cell phones they'll lose. I mean, imagine being in a bare cell while you're incarcerated. And you already incarcerated for 23 hours a day. And you ain't got nothing but a Bible and a white cloth. That would be so uncomfortable. So I say this for everybody that got individual that's locked up and you talk to them, let them guys know every time this stuff like this happen, it make it hard on the one that's incarcerated. You know, it make it hard on them. I mean, I know back in the day when stuff like that happened, somebody was in the pod or in the dorm or whatever, making it hard for other individuals. They will be ran out of the door. I'm just going to keep it real. Put on the door and ran out of the door. A lot of y'all probably don't know what that means, but they will be put on the door and ran to protect the custody. Because we don't want no heat. We don't need that heat. We trying to live comfortable and trying to get back to our family. We don't need all that extra. I mean, we don't need all that extra stuff in our pod or in our dorm. But if you look at it, guys, I know a lot of people, you know, like sharing the posts or whatever. And I'm not trying to take up for the jail. But I'm not trying to take up for the jail. I'm not trying to take up for the shell. But right is right is wrong and wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it real. And at the end of the day, it's not that person's fault that somebody OD'd. I mean, that guy was, that person or individual was slick enough to get it back in the back or get it, or however he got it in the back. I'm beginning to think at this point, man, all this stuff really look like a setup. That's just my personal fit. A lot of this stuff look like a setup, bro. I mean, from what the stuff that I read and the stuff that I hear, because, you know, I'm real connected to the community, so I know a lot of stuff. So I'm beginning to think some of this stuff is set up, man. I mean, it's just too coincidental. But if we look at it, everything that's happening is our fault. It's our fault. So let's stop being the people that destroy us. We're destroying ourselves. That's what we're doing. We're destroying ourselves. If anything, if you got a problem with how John or Lisa or Tammy or whoever the person is got drugs inside of the jail or prison or phone or whatever they got, cigarettes or whatever, call the sheriff. Call the sheriff department. All those people at the sheriff department is cool. Call them, be like, look, I got concerned that it might be some drugs out there. Is there anything I can do to help you? What do you need, Sheriff, to try to make the jail safer? I mean, we can blast them all day. We can blast about the jail. It ain't going to bring that individual life back. It ain't going to bring their life back. So we need to correct the problem, fix the problem, whatever the problem is. If it means educating the people that's in there, hey, guys, look, y'all got a short stay here. Don't use that short stay to try to get contraband in and possibly lose your life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe those individuals need people like us in the community to come out there and talk to them. You know, have a sit down with them and say, hey, look, bro, you got kids out here, you got family that love you. Leave that. If it's there, or you trying to get it in, leave it alone, man, because we want to see you back out here with us. I hate that happened. I mean, I don't think that young man, the individual, whoever he was, sat down at that table or wherever he did that drug and thought that he was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't see that. And I don't know, did he have some harsh charges or what he was there for, but I know he didn't think he was gonna die. I don't think nobody actually know they finna die when they doing drugs. So if we really want to help, let's help the jail or the sheriff department fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? If that means non-profits group coming out there talking to individual and letting them know the seriousness of the drug. I think that's one of the issues that I think that's going on. We just don't know the seriousness behind the drug. The people that's doing, well, not me, but the people that's doing the drug don't know how serious that drug is. You feel what I'm saying? Look how many ODs we're having. Look how many people are dying behind it. They just don't know how serious fentanyl is. And you know what? I haven't even never seen no fentanyl before. I don't even know what it looked like besides what I see on the internet. I have never seen physically no fentanyl in my whole. In the 80s and the early 90s, fentanyl didn't even exist. So that should tell you one thing right there. But it done got into the mainstream of the population, man. So, and some people just, they want to get high. They trying to escape whatever they trying to escape, and they get high. And it just ain't for us, man. And a lot of people have, in Athens, I know, have lost their life behind fentanyl or whatever. I'm just saying that's the drug that's killing everybody. So, but guys, think about, don't contribute to the situation, man. Let's figure out a way. Let's figure out a way how we can partner with the sheriff department. I mean, and I asked the sheriff, I'm going to ask the sheriff myself, can a group of us, probably convicted felons or peoples in the community, can we come in weekly and sit down and have a big talk with the guys that's locked down in those cells and might be facing depression or whatever? Let us talk to the cop. I know for a fact it feels good to be able to get a visitor from somebody that care. You know what I'm saying? Probably get a pastor or two to go in there with us, and let's sit down and have real talk conversation with these guys. So if they thinking about sitting at a desk doing drugs or something, they'll be like, man, these people coming in here because they care. You know what I'm saying? If they come in here because I'm not doing it, bro. I'm trying to get back out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they're on the street doing it, I mean, that's a whole nother subject. But I know how it can be being locked and confined in a cell, man, all day, waiting on mail call, waiting on commissary, waiting on those things. Those things can like mentally do something to you, man. And then if you leave in a society like the one we in now, it's very rarely you're going to get any kind of money. That's why when guys call me, one of my partners called me the other day, hey, Charles, can you shoot me $20, man? Or something? I ain't going to hesitate to do it because I know the situation. You know what I'm saying? That could be real damaging to you. I mean, mentally, it can be damaging to you, man. So, and like I said, we know the sheriff department ain't intentionally doing. I mean, every time we see the sheriff department and the police department doing events in the community, they trying to help the community. They trying to build the community up. I don't think that they would be trying to kill him. You know, I don't think they would be trying to kill the people that's incarcerated. So, like I said, we could be our own worst enemies, man, because I don't know how that dude got it, but he wanted it and he did it. So, I send my prayers to his family. I'm not talking down on his situation or his family situation because nobody needs to die. So I send my prayers to him and his family, man. I send my prayer to him and his family, man, because nobody deserves to die, whether you're incarcerated or out. So my prayer to them. Another thing I want to let y'all know about, I noticed that a couple of people tagged me in a post yesterday about the 3 young black guys that got pulled over, right? By the Athens County Police Department. They tagged me in, and I did reach out to one of the moms. One of the moms reached out to me, and we were able to talk. But here's what I found out about that situation, right? A Gwinnett County off-duty police officer was riding down Tallahassee Road and seen 3 black males, the 3 young men, walking down Tallahassee Road. And he said what made them look suspicious is that the young guys had hoodies and stuff on, you know, sweatshirts and hoodies, and I don't know. I just ain't understood why the young generation period, why in the summertime they put on hoodies and jackets, and in the wintertime they be having it. But that's just another. But anyway, he seen 3 black males walking down Tallahassee Road. So this off-duty officer called in 911, and this how you verify it. You call out to the police department and you ask the police department, let you get the 911 call that was made on the 3 black males on Tallahassee Road, and they will gladly give it to you. I know this because I done heard it. They will give it to you. So, but an off-duty officer from Gwinnett County called in and said he see 3 black males walking down Tallahassee Road with hoodies and jackets and all this stuff on, and they look suspicious. So anybody call 911, the police have to follow up with it. That just, but when he called it in, the police department went out there, seen the guys walking. So Athens County asked them, like, hey guys, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And these guys weren't doing nothing but coming from the store, weren't messing with nobody whatsoever, right? They coming from the store. So by being if you know the law, by being a 911 call placed, the police have to show up. Because if they don't and something happened, then the police department is held liable for it. So they had to show up. I know the person that's driving, seeing this, don't know this. They didn't know it at the time. So I wanted to make sure I put it out there so people to know what actually happened. But the police, and listening to the police on the video, and you can get the video cam too and hear it all. But listening to the police, they acted real professional. They acted real professional and stuff. And it's the crazy thing about it is, one of the young men had marijuana on it. One of the young men had marijuana on him. Now, me personally, I don't smoke weed, but me personally, I don't think marijuana is no drug. I mean, it's legal in so many states. I remember when I was in California a couple of years back, people walk down the street smoking marijuana. So I don't see what's such a big deal with marijuana. But one of the young men actually had marijuana in his pocket. And by the police being, I guess, an all right police or whatever, he just took the marijuana, then write him up. I'm glad he didn't charge him with nothing, didn't do nothing. Just took the marijuana, and pretty much told him to have a nice day. He wasn't gonna push the issue, and they don't get no better than that, because I mean, if you get caught with drugs, you're supposed to be locked up. But I'm glad that the police felt the need not to lock those kids up. But they didn't just see people walking. Somebody in the community, all through the police officer from Gwinnett County, see 3 black men. They probably ain't got a lot of black males walking in their community like that. So he seen that. He thought they was up to something. He called 911. So, but if you think about all this here, it's people from the community that's harming us. We harming when I said earlier, we're harming ourselves. I mean, that police ain't had nothing to do. He ain't even from Athens. He ain't even living in Athens. He just see 3 black men, 3 young men walking down the street, and he dialed 911. Now, hadn't he not did that, them young boys would have went on back their way, went on back to their house, wherever they were going, and there wouldn't have been no issue. You know what I'm saying? But it's people, we can hurt ourselves. I mean, that man didn't have to call. He didn't have to call the police. And a complaint can be filed, like I said on somebody's post. We can go. I can go get all 3 of them young men, and we can go down there and file a complaint against the police department for harassment or whatever. But I'm gonna just tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the law why. They're going to pull out that 911 tape, the one that you can go get to. They're going to pull out that 911 and say, look, we got a 911 call, 3 black males in the area that look suspicious. So they got to investigate that. I mean, they just got to do it. I mean, they got to do it. But it's people in the community that call that. You know what I'm saying? A man riding that should have been taking his butt home somewhere felt the need to just pick up his cell phone. Hey, I see 3 black males walking down the street that look suspicious. And call the police. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, that didn't make no sense. You just ain't got nothing better to do than to call because you see 3 black guys walking down the street that had on jackets. It ain't no crime been committed nowhere. So, but the Athens police, I mean, they got to follow up when somebody make a 911. If you accidentally dial 911, a police coming in your house, that's just the way the law works. Because if they don't and something happen, they here liable for it. So, but like I said, you can always go out to the Athens Clark County Police Department, ask for that 911 call, or you can ask for the video cam and see that everything that I just said, that's what happened. Now, if the parents or those young men still wanna go out and go down to the police department, file a complaint, I will happily come get them tomorrow. I mean, share the videos, because I don't know who the parents are. I know one of them because they called me, but I don't know who the other 2 parents is. But whoever the other 2 parents is, if they want assistance with that, I take them down there personally myself, and let them file a complaint. But they gonna pretty much say the same thing I just said on the video. Hey, we got a call, and that's why the police, came in the area. I just don't understand why somebody would see 3 black guys walking down the street and call the police saying they look suspicious. It make me think, don't even walk down the street no more. Can we walk? Can we? I don't believe that long. Y'all know I'm a God-fearing man, right? And I love God, right? But sometimes, God's still working. I'm just gonna tell you, God working with me. Yeah, He working with me. But last thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm finna have to go lay down. I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I'm having a event, right? On the 21st of this month. Some of y'all probably, I don't know how the flyer got leaked out because I haven't even shared it. But I'm having a community event with all elected officials in Athens, right? All elected official. I got I got my dream because I got Republicans and the Democrats sitting at the same table. Y'all remember a while back I said that my dream is before I die that I wanted the Republican and the Democrat to sit together at the same table so we can work out issues in our community. Well, it's my dream. On the 21st, it's going to happen. So I got, in this meeting, it's 30 people that's involved in it. In this meeting, I got Republicans. I got Republicans. I got 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats. I got 3 commissioners. I got 3 school board members. I got 3 contractors. I got housing authority. I got Advantage. All the people that controls our lives in Athens. It's like 30 people. All of them coming to the table. We coming to the table on the 21st. And it won't be open to the public. It won't be open to the public. But we're going to all sit down at the table and come to, good evening, Ms. Freeman. We all going to come to the table and come up with a solution, how we can work together to fix the issue that we face in Athens, right? And that's awesome to have that many officials in one room from different departments. The chief of police gonna be there. The sheriff gonna be, everybody that holds a big spot in office gonna be in the room. And I thank God. I thank God, man, that God was able to put it on my heart to get all these individuals in one space to fight for our community. So when y'all think people ain't fighting for y'all, we fighting trying to make a change. Cause we know a lot of people don't care about politics. A lot of people don't care what's going on that side of town. A lot of people don't care about who was killed or who was shot or who over. A lot of people don't care about that. I mean, cause it don't affect them directly. And that's fine. If that's how you feel, that's fine. None of this stuff affect me directly, but I fight for y'all every day. I mean, me and a lot of more people fight for y'all every day. But we got a lot of big changes that finna shape our community with these new laws that done passed and all that stuff. So we need to get ready for that. We need to mentally get ready for that, because if y'all don't understand what just happened, these new laws is finna change your life forever. It's finna change your life forever. So we need to, that's another reason why I want to have this meeting, so we can all fix it, get ready. I mean, we can't change what the president done or none of that stuff, but we need to be prepared for it. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm glad all the leaders in Athens was able to say, yeah, Charles, let's sit, we need to do this. Let's sit down and talk. And it's amazing that all of them agreed to come, man. So those are the good peoples in Athens that want to fight and make this better for our community, man. And that's good, man. But I just want to share that with y'all. So that meeting is on the 21st. But like I said, it's going to be closed to the public. Won't nobody. Matter of fact, in the comments, everybody that watch it, in the comment, I need for you guys, everybody that watch it, I need for you to actually put in the comments if you could change anything. And you know, a lot of people read y'all comments too. Anything that you would like see changed and added and to make it better for everybody. I mean, whether it's lower housing, affordable, whatever it is, put those in the comments so I can write them down and take them into this meeting with me. So whatever you feel like that could be better in Athens, somebody might say better roads. I know we got a lot of potholes all over Athens. Somebody might say lower count prices for kids, or somebody might say something about housing authority, or anything. Whatever you feel like that can make Athens better, please put it in the comments. So when I go back and look at these comments, I can write them down and take it in front of these people on the 21st when I got everybody at the table ready to talk and ready to make Athens better. I can bring it right in front of them and we can start working on it. Look, because I'm going to be like, this is what, that's right, Dorsey. This is what the community want. This is what the community says. So I got all y'all at the table. I got housing authority. I got Advantage. I got the commissioners. I got the Republicans. I got the Democrats. I got the sheriff. I got the police. I got all these peoples at the table. And now we finna fix these problems. So on the 21st at 5 o'clock, we having this meeting. We're going to close the door. We're going to go in there with our pads and pencil and figure out how we can all work together to make this happen. So make sure you put in the comment. Make sure you guys put in the comment whatever you want to see change in Athens. Not just for yourself. Don't say that I want some new grass in my front yard. I mean, don't put, please, don't put that guy. But for overall people in Athens, make sure you put it in the comment, guys, so I can take it in the meeting while I got all these people here ready to fight to make Athens better, man. But that's all I want to share, man. I'm gonna go back over the comments and get everybody comment out that made a comment about what's needed for Athens, man. I'm gonna go back and get all those comments out and make sure that I take it in the meeting. Who that laughing at me? They don't be laughing at me. I know you talking about that grass I just said, right? But I'm gonna get all those comments out and make sure that I take it in the meeting, man, so we can fix it, man. But thank you guys for always supporting me and my organization, man. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.